Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel, and this is the intro video to my 30 Days of Yoga Challenge. The purpose of this video is just to let you guys know kind of what you can expect to happen over the next 30 days if you decide to participate in my challenge. And I say challenge, but what I really mean is it's a commitment. It's a commitment to doing yoga for the next 30 days for less than 30 minutes. That is a really important point to note. All of the practices that we will be doing together are less than 30 minutes. So we don't really have an excuse for not making enough time to do a little bit of yoga every day. I do want to start by just talking about the calendar. And I have created a calendar for the challenge for the month of January. I posted it on my community page. So if you just scroll down to the description of this video or the comments of this video, I've got links there that will take you right to my community page, and then you can see the calendar for yourself. But I do want to just talk about it quickly. I wanted to, well, if you've been practicing with me for a little bit of time, you might know that I'm a big believer in both strength and flexibility. And I like to use yoga to create both of those things throughout my body, throughout my life. I also wanted to bring some consistency into the next 30 days. So you're going to see throughout the next 30 days yoga practices that will help us create flexibility and yoga practices that will help us create strength. Each day of the week is going to be a different kind of style of practice, whether that's the style of yoga or just the purpose of the practice. We're going to have some shorter practices, some longer practices, but they're all going to be less than 30 minutes. So if you take a peek at the calendar, you're going to see that on Fridays, which today is Friday, but this is just the introduction, but every other Friday for the month will be a yin yoga practice, creating flexibility throughout our bodies. On Saturdays, we are going to take the time to kind of find some stillness, sit and breathe and meditate, and follow that with a nice gentle flow. On Sundays, we're going to keep it short and sweet and do a nice winding down evening practice. That'll let us have a great night's sleep and just start the week off right. So come Monday, we'll be moving our bodies again with a nice gentle flow. And then on Tuesdays, we're going to get into the strength. So I thought we could focus on some specific skills and then just create strength throughout our bodies. And we're going to be taking those skills into the Wednesday practice where I do have, it says power flow, but just think about warming up, getting a little bit stronger. And then that just leaves Thursdays, which are creating flexibility once again. So now that I've shared a little bit about what you can kind of expect from the practices that we're going to do together, I do want to keep a little bit of a surprise element to it, but I do want to discuss props. So I know not everybody has actual yoga props at home, and so I do have my household item pile over here, and then I've got my actual yoga props over here, and I'm just going to kind of compare the two just to see if that maybe you can find some household items around you that would be really great yoga props. And of course, if you have nothing at all to work with, that's completely fine. Yoga without props is better than no yoga at all. So I guess I should start by saying a yoga mat would be useful, but it's not completely necessary. You basically just need a little bit of space where you're able to move. Yoga mats, they can help with giving you a little bit of cushion underneath you. They can help with grip, but they're really not completely necessary. And then we have a strap. So I love to use straps when we are doing our flexibility practices. So this is a yoga strap. It's really long. The goal of the strap is to basically just make our arms nice and long so that we can relax more when we are stretching and doing some poses that help us create length throughout our muscles and bodies. But if you do not have a yoga strap at home, a towel can be rolled up and can become your yoga strap. And if you don't have a towel, a long sock, a tie, a belt, those are just some of my household suggestions for a yoga strap. Next, we have the yoga block, which sometimes we lay on, sometimes it helps us balance. There's a whole lot of things that you can do with it, actually. But if you don't have it, a big book works. This is a puzzle. Anything with some structure that's not going to completely crush underneath you. I love puzzles, but this is what I found to be my equivalent to a yoga block. Just something a little bit firmer, a little more heavy duty, but a thick book also works, or a carton of pasta, anything like that. And then last but not least, I have my yoga bolster. And so this is basically a cushion. What makes it nice is just the shape of it, and the length of it is nice, and it's also a little firmer. So that's kind of why the yoga bolster is a yoga specific prop, I guess you could call it. But it's pretty much the same as a pillow. You could use the pillow off your bed or couch. Sometimes it's nice to have two pillows so that you get a little bit more length. I prefer firmer over squishy, but if you only have one pillow to work with, it'll be completely fine. We lay on these. They're good for resting your upper, you'll see. So you guys, almost all of the practices we do, you're probably going to see some sort of prop. If you have nothing to use, don't worry about it. If you are able to get a little bit creative, I love hearing about your ideas if they aren't any of the things that I suggested. Or if they are and they work wonders for you, I also love to hear about that. So leave comments on my videos. Let me know. So we've talked about the calendar so far. We've talked about props. Next, I just want to talk about questions, because you are in your home and I'm in my home and you're across the world and I'm in Canada. Communication can be challenging. Well, it shouldn't be challenging, because it's as easy as dropping your questions in the comments of the videos. So I read them all. I love reading the comments. I love responding to the comments. So if you ever have any questions, well, if it's personal or if you don't want it to be seen by anybody else, you can send me an email, rachelpichleryoga@gmail.com, or you can just simply leave a comment under the bottom of a video where you have questions, concerns, comments, something you liked, something you didn't like, if you need more options. I do love giving a lot of options, so hopefully you can find something that does work for you. But I'm always learning. I'm always learning new things, new variations. So please let me know by leaving comments or sending me an email. So lastly, all I want to mention are a couple ways that you can also help support me. And so I've been putting a lot of time and a lot of love into creating new practices for you guys, and I really truly love doing it. No complaints from me on this side at all, but there are just a few things that pretty much just take a couple extra minutes of your time, and they really, really support me. So I guess the number one way where I actually see just a little bit of money coming to me from you guys is when you watch my advertisements. So my channel has recently been monetized. I want to thank you guys for helping me get here. When you see advertisements at the beginning of my videos, that's a good thing. That means YouTube has reviewed my channel and has decided that it's worthwhile letting people advertise on it, because people are actually watching it and people are liking it. And it took me a little bit of time to get monetized. And so it's very exciting, even though it's kind of annoying if you are watching a video and you have to watch the ads. But watch the ads. It supports me. It just takes a couple extra minutes of your time. Of course, if for some reason there's like a 10-minute ad at the beginning of my video, you can skip it, all good. I'm not going to ask you to watch a 10-minute video about an advertisement. But if they're short and they're sweet, just let them play through. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I get just a little bit of money each time that you happen to watch an advertisement all the way through. So another less time-consuming way for you guys to support me is to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, is to leave comments under the videos that you do, and give me your feedback, just start a discussion. I love hearing from you guys. It really makes my day when I get notified that somebody has left a comment on my video. And then lastly, you can hit the like button. There's a like button, there's a dislike button. You can hit either one of those depending on how you thought the practice went. Obviously, I prefer it if you hit the like button, but you know, you do have options. So before I let you guys go, I guess I should mention who this challenge is for, and it's kind of geared to everybody. If you're super advanced yogi, it might be a little on the easier side. I'm kind of thinking more beginner, intermediate, but it's definitely available for all levels. So it doesn't matter if you are brand new to yoga or if you've been doing it for a while. This is an all levels yoga commitment challenge, whatever you would like to call it. We are going for 30 days. Again, less than 30-minute practices. Who doesn't have time for that? So I teach yoga with the purpose of helping people create healthy habits. I like to help people get a little stronger, a little bit more flexible, a little happier. I like to challenge you guys, but yet help you calm down. I like to help reduce stress, to slow down the busy minds that we can have. And I just like to see you guys have fun. So what you might get out of this challenge could range from being able to bend over and tie your shoes easier, to be able to let a comment that somebody said about you go, to sit cross-legged for a small period of time, to maybe take what you learn about yourself while you're doing a yoga practice into your day-to-day lives, your relationships, your work. There are a whole lot of things that you can get out of this challenge, out of the practice of yoga. And that's kind of a whole other discussion about what yoga is and what it can do for our lives. But I just want to see you guys healthy. I want to see you guys happy. The beauty of yoga and what I love so much about it is that it is so personal. And even though I'm here telling you what to do, what you get out of it is so personal, and I can't see what's going on inside of you or what's going on in here or here, your heart. That's all for you just to experience and go on a little adventure and just to see what happens. So if you've been doing yoga for a while, you might already know that you love it. And if you're brand new to yoga, you might hate it at first, or you might continue to dislike it after doing 30 days of it. I don't expect that. But we are all different. We're all different levels, all different. We're from all around the world. I just want to be here to give you what I can to, again, just help you be a little happier and be a little healthier. So that is pretty much it, you guys. If you have any questions, any comments, you know what to do. Scroll down, leave the question, leave the comment in the section that's called comments under this video. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Back here tomorrow. And I'm really excited for the next 30 days. So thank you so much for joining me. If you made it to the end of the video and you are tired of listening to me talk, don't worry, it's over. I just want to say thank you again so much. I really, really love doing this. I'm just repeating myself, but I'm so excited just to see what the next 30 days does for all of us. So with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until tomorrow. Namaste.